They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. He'll get this up to about the 44. The Bears at 0-5, just a dismal start to the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
One play action. Fields. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And some room to work. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 42 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. They'll go again here with Akers. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
But Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, You make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Okay, break. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Going right back to Akers. And some room to roam now. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 78 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. 7-7, our score after 1. They go play action with Lawrence. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On the double. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give running right is Akers. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for them.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief in, hey, we're going to get it done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. 3rd and 7 now. Lawrence will throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So a new man under center here, Charles. It's the ultra-rare quarterback trade, and he delivers a strike there.
And you just don't see this happen very often. Changing of teams during the season at the quarter.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Cam Akers, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positive.
And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Down. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll give this to Akers running right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. 3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Here's Akers. They try and run. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
4th down. Here's Lawrence. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the 1st half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now it's Fields. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. From the gun, here's Fields. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up fourth down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And now off to the races down the right side. The 20. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
But how about that for an exciting end to the half? I mean, instead of surrendering a late field goal at the gun, they run back the block kick to extend their lead.
What's that old expression? Fortune favors the bold. They boldly went after it, got it. Worked out pretty darn well for them.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Ready?
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
7 yards there and a first down.
Here we go. Let's go.
On the give, this is Akers. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, Lawrence rolling to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 66 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Montgomery on the counter. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Here we go. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Come on, set.
Now a give. Akers running left. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Yeah. Backside guys,
nah.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A give running left, McAllister.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Hey, stop.
Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He gets it to Thomas. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Got it.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. That one is slant to McLaurin. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Commanders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he's taken down inside the 30. 116 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now Montgomery running right. And he's got it down to the 28. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Fields now to throw. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Once more, Montgomery. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Montgomery will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Stuck for the loss by Devin White.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd and 12, Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now Fields. This pass on target, Velus Jones with it. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to throw, Fields. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it, and the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again here with Akers. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Off play action, Fields. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Fields on the sneak. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. So the PAT is good. They get the touchdown the point after, but a little consequence in the ending as this one's now over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the